What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Meet in the Middle podcast, episode 6. We're back, baby. We're back every time.
Yep.
Every time.
We're back.
We always say we're back every time. Even
Yeah.
though we're always back, every week.
I mean, we are back because we're here, if you're listening to this.
Mhm.
So we are. It is
it's
a
crazy.
true statement of fact.
It's crazy because it's been a year since our last episode. We do an episode every year. It's already been 6 years.
Can't believe it.
Which is crazy. It's flown by, honestly, and we haven't aged at all.
No.
It's just crazy.
It's crazy that we both found the fountain of youth at the same time.
Dude, yeah. Dude. Yeah. And it's like, and we have to travel there every couple.
And I have not changed
for a year.
anything about my setup either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, the fountain of youth actually works for houses and apartments too. You just kind of dump it in.
I have to live in this dump forever, but I'm youthful, so it's a bit of a trade-off.
364 days, and then we age that whole time, and then one day we just go there, and then we record the podcast. And then
take a sip, hit a button, hit a blinker, and then we're good.
Yeah, and then we're good, and we're back again every and it comes out weekly because we actually time travel, and it gets too convoluted. But anyways, we're back for episode 6.
Yes, you're welcome.
Already, we put a lot of effort into this. It's not just recording and editing. We got to go through this whole process. We age, we de-age, and honestly, it might not
There's
even be
a lot going on
it might
behind the
just
scenes here.
We actually use CGI to de-age ourselves. If we can't find the fountain.
I've been dead for 40 years, but I'm an AI that has a deep fake on myself, so it's crazy.
That's insane, dude. That's crazy.
Could you imagine doing that and being like we should have Martin Luther King on the podcast as an AI deepfake.
Oh my god. Yeah, us having Martin Luther King Jr. on the podcast.
No, his father.
2 white guys. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's actually not a joke. We actually have him on this week. So welcome in, Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther, actually.
Martin? Can I call you that?
Yeah. But yeah, we haven't. When did we record last? It's been like over a week, I think. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah,
we've both been pretty busy this week.
That we have.
So, any updates on Doug? I'm sure the few people that listen are dying to know.
He is all good. We have gotten his results back, and it was I can't remember the name of it. It's a class 1, basically. So he's not supposed to get any more. It's still possible, but it's not more likely because of the one that he had. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
He should be all good from now on, unless he just develops another one.
Right. Well, that's good. That means that it's like,
which I already told him he's not allowed to do. So
yeah, that's good. That's good that he knows that. Yeah. He's like, what? I can't. It was so fun getting my hair shaved.
I got to see all these people. I got so many treats. It was crazy.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, he had a good ass time when he came out of the operating room, just drugged out of his fucking mind.
And then he was like, I can't run for 2 weeks. And then he was like, fuck.
He's like, I dreamt I was a human. Yeah. That's good though. That's good to hear. And you just came back from San Marcos, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought it was St. Marcos, and I looked it up, and I was like, what? I was like, St. Marcos? I can't find anything. And I was like, oh, it's San Marcos.
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking moron. So wait, is that we've been there together, right? I've been there before,
yeah, I
right?
think we went, there's like a nice, the San Marcos River is really nice.
Yeah, I went there with your dad, I think, right?
Yeah, I think we went to the falls and stuff and hung out there.
That was so fun. That's on a vlog somewhere.
Still such a good spot.
Yeah. That shit's scary, though. Like, when we would... Because I remember, like, it's one of the vlogs I have from 2017. And I've watched it a few times because I liked... That whole trip had some good videos, but I remember we were on, like, paddle boards, and I was so uncoordinated I couldn't stand up, so I was just on my knees. And you can't tell in the video, but I remember, like, trying to stand up and not being able to. But you, like, paddle down the river, and then there's these falls. And we didn't use the paddleboard to go down. You just go down. It's kind of you just go down, like, with yourself.
On your ass.
Yeah, but it's, like...
is better.
But it would be better because it, like, throws you down.
And you, like, scrape your ass on the way in because all the water gets suctioned. And so you just, like, you have so many cuts and bruises after the day is over. But yeah, you would go into it, and then it, like, if, like, down the last one, it sucks you under. Like there's like a pole down there, so it sucks you
dude.
probably.
Sucks you off and then it sucks you under. It's crazy.
It's nuts. It's a great time and terrifying. It's like choking yourself while doing it. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly.
No, but yeah, it'll like suck you under for like a few seconds, like a good couple seconds, and it's like probably like I don't know. It's like 10, 15. It's like 15 feet deep probably.
Damn.
And so yeah, you're just down there. But like if you fight it and try to go up, it's really hard. It wouldn't be hard now because we're a lot bigger than we were. But at the time we were a lot smaller, and then it would. But if you like stay under in that toe, they could wait a couple of seconds. A lot of times it'll just pop you back up a little. Like it'll
That's
pop
what
you
happened
up
to me.
down further.
But it's scary because like you're. It's like a water. It's like it's not a waterfall, but it's like it's like a current, almost like rapids.
Yeah.
And so when you get shoved under, like. Even if I don't open my eyes underwater. Normally,
Me neither.
especially
Yeah,
like rivers and stuff.
and that's
so, like,
what's
I don't
scary
know
too.
where the
You're
surface is.
Yeah, and then I remember doing that, and then like reaching, like I went under for a while, and I was like, all right, I think I've probably waited enough time, and so like I reach up, and like I can't feel the water anywhere above me, and then I kick, and my feet hit the bottom, and I kick off the bottom, and I didn't realize I was still at the very bottom of the river, and then I had to swim for a while to do that. But yeah, I mean, if you just hold your breath and trust. But yeah, if you got caught on something, that would be
scary,
terrifying.
dude. It's scary, like when you're like your breath is slowly running out, and you're still like your hands are above your body, and you're trying to swim up actively, and you're like, I should have been at the surface by now, and you're not. That is a scary fucking feeling, dude. Like that is a huge fear of mine. Like this summer, I was in Denver, visiting Sydney, my sister, and my little sister was there too. And we went to this thing. It's on I think it's on the Colorado River actually.
Oh, yeah.
I could be way off, but it's in a town called Golden, which is a mountain town outside of Denver. And we did like rapids. So it was like it's like mini rapids. You rent like a tube, you go up the river. They take you on a shuttle, and they drop you off, and you just get in. It's freezing water and stuff, and you just like sit there, and it just takes you down. And there's fun. Like thousands of people. It was super fun. But the scary part was like it wasn't that scary once you figure it out, but like there's a few spots where like there's kind of a drop, but it's like really heavy rapids. And if you don't lean, I think you have to lean back. Or maybe it's lean forward. I can't remember. One of those two. If you don't do that, you'll flip backwards on the tube and you'll go under. And so you're upside down. It's like it's kind of a similar feeling. It made me think of that because that's the only time I've ever done something like that.
Kayaking or like I can't remember what it's called. It's the sporty one, where you're like stuck in the thing and you have to learn how to like flip yourself over it. Like, that's
freaky because you're in something. Like if you can't flip yourself back over, you're just like stuck in there. Like your legs are
you're stuck with your head underneath.
That's half
the
of
water.
swimming. Yeah. That's fucking scary.
I've always kind of wanted to take that class to just know, because I feel like that's a really useful skill to have. Like, like not that would happen very often, but just like being able to do that would be useful just in case,
But like, the first because we went down the river I think 3 times. The first time I flipped every single time because I didn't know I had to lean back or lean forward. I think it was lean back. Like that would make sense to me. Like if you I think you have to position yourself so you're kind of you lean back a little bit so you're parallel with the whatever. Because if you're leaning, maybe it's, I don't know, doesn't matter. But
so either way, if you're leaning forward and you pitch over by a rock or something like that, you're gonna get bucked and just fly backwards.
Whereas, that's probably what happened. So I think it was forward.
I don't know.
It doesn't. Who knows? I don't really. It was a weird thing to do. I remember when I was doing it, I was like, this doesn't really make sense. But I never flipped after that. And it was so funny because Sydney never did, but then you look, because you get separated so quickly because one side of the river is really fast, the other side's slow, and there's so many people. Mm-hmm. And she, looking back and watching someone flip over when they don't expect it is the funniest, the funniest thing. And then they come up and they're just
trying to get it back in, yeah.
And I'm just fucking dying.
That's
at one point Izzy, we were going down or whatever. It was the first time we went down, and Sydney said get off at this stop, but then all 3 of us, it was Sydney's boyfriend and Izzy was there and Sydney and I, so there was 4 of us, and she told Izzy to get off at this certain stop, and then we were all together except for Izzy, and we're like, oh no, let's keep going, there's one more. And And we waited for Izzy for like 25 minutes, and she didn't come down. We're like, what happened to her? Like, where the fuck is she? And she just happened to have gotten off, and she eventually found us or whatever. But
that's good.
Yeah, we were like, oh my God, like thinking the worst, you know. But yeah, that shit's fun. But it's freaky if you like just being underwater and like swimming up. You don't know which direction, and I hate opening my eyes underwater. People that do that are psychopaths, and I stand by that.
I like wish we could, and like I don't want to wear goggles all the time. Like that seems weird. But like I want to see what's under there.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Know?
I do. Like my roommates in college always open their eyes underwater in like lakes and stuff. I'm like, I just feel like I mean you'd probably be fine, but like then they're like, oh, my eyes are so red. I'm like, yeah, I wonder fucking why, dude. You know. Or like they open their eyes in like a pool. I'm like, you're just letting chemicals just bathe your eyes, you know? Like that never made sense to me. The ocean, like salt water would just burn your eyes too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't feel natural. I feel like shit would get in your eyes, but maybe that's just a fear of mine. I don't know.
No, I think that's probably true. I just wish that like no goggles seem to fit right, you know? Like you have to find just
especially
the right ones.
Snorkeling goggles.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always my thing, dude. Like
I was so
love
sad
snorkeling.
when I lost mine in Costa Rica.
Yeah,
those
in
were
Costa
the
Rica,
best.
dude.
Fuck. Yeah,
Dude,
I got
that's so
smacked
funny.
in the face with a wave, and it just knocked it off. And I tried to feel as quickly as I could around me, and it was just gone.
Dude, we looked for like 20 minutes. I feel like we just like, and it was murky ass water. Like there's no way
you
we
couldn't
could
see
it was
through
just
any of it. Yeah.
Some diver on TikTok will find him, you know. But dude, no, like every time I snorkel, like I like snorkeling. Last time I snorkeled, my anxiety was through the roof because I was so close to the coral and you can't like really do much about it.
Yeah.
And that was in Hawaii. But the thing what I have problem with snorkeling is that like the eyes, like the water gets underneath, and then
it drips up.
And then the same thing happens like when I can't like. Yeah.
My breath. Yeah. Like I hate hearing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I think that I'm like hyperventilating or freaking out, and I slowly get more and more anxious and nervous about it. It's so weird.
Yeah, that is super weird. I'm
like I'm fine, I can breathe, but I'm like, what if I couldn't? You know?
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, what if my snorkel gets covered by a wave and I'm like fucking choking under here?
What always happens to me, this happened in Mexico when I was there like 5 years ago. 5 years ago. The water kept getting into my goggles, but then also like then on my mouthpiece it kept getting water in there too. So I just like was not able to like, because if there's water getting in, they're like, well, you gotta loosen it. But I'm like, what?
You have to like blow it out.
Still would happen. Yeah.
You'd have to like blow it out, and then
hard.
Occasionally you're just tasting salt water because it's
But they're like, don't tighten your goggles too much because then water will get in. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But then they're like, loosen it, but then it still gets water in there. So I'm like, all right, so this just doesn't work for my big ass head or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I need like a 3D scan of my face before I
for real
get
custom.
It. Yeah.
I just don't.
And like that's the thing. Like that's like
to do it.
That's I know. Like, but like I would invest in that. Like to just
for sure.
have like a good pair. Like even if I don't use it very often. But like just like that, a quality pair of snorkeling equipment, or even just the goggles, is like super nice to have.
Yeah, I agree. I think
like I'd pay probably a couple $100
pennies.
if it was right before a trip, like, you know.
Yeah,
like
dude.
If you're planning to go somewhere and you're like, I'm gonna keep this too, like that's worth it, I think.
Yeah, dude, I want to go back to the ocean. Freaks me out. Even though I love it, snorkeling is always a scary situation because you just don't know what you're gonna see, and you just don't know. You know, fish are unpredictable because you just don't know what they're gonna do, and most fish aren't gonna fucking do anything to you. But like, you know, sharks are scary, even though they're not like trying to hurt you most of the time. Still scary.
I swam with an eel in where was it?
Hawaii.
Yeah, in Hawaii.
I remember that. We had it on video. You swam right by it and you saw it. I didn't even see it, and you like kept pointing it out. I was like, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, "Oh,
you got
shit!"
You got
right
like real
there.
close. You're like, "Where the fuck is it?" And it was like right in front of you.
Because they blend in, dude, and they're
They
freaky
do,
looking.
yeah.
Dude.
Well, they like kind of like flow with the water and stuff. So like it's
Little
it looks
water
like
snakes.
coral and stuff.
Yeah, because they're like sticking out of the little fucking holes in the coral. Fucking freaky motherfuckers. But
have you seen some? There's like some that are like practically pets though, like in like even in the wild. Like people will like go out and like I know a guy that'll like I've seen like a video of a guy that like goes out and like pets it and like plays with it and stuff. Like it's weird.
Fucking people are just too bored these days. I don't know. That is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I want an eel friend, bro. Kidding me?
An eel?
Yeah.
That like, what are you gonna do with an eel, dude? That's I don't know. People.
I mean,
people
nothing's coming at me then if I got an eel on my side. I'm just saying.
What, you gonna carry like a fish tank off off your backpack or something?
Yep.
Just always having it with you so no one fucks with you.
Throw them at him.
Yeah, yeah. You're getting robbed. You throw an eel at him. You have like something that like makes charges an electric shock, so you can zap some people with it. That's funny.
Electric eels.
Well, today we're doing a little bit of never have I ever questions, and they might be never have I ever, but they also just might be fun conversation starters. So
yeah, we'll probably just end up using them as like questions and being like,
yeah, no, for real, because some of these are just fucking so ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
I don't think either of us have done these things, some of them, but I think it's still funny to talk about some of this shit. We found this one article, dude. Also, most of the never have I ever questions on the internet, 2 thumbs down. They're fucking horrible.
They're not
like
good.
Do
not go and like, Google it. It's just dumb. It's like
they're like
it's like the worst of BuzzFeed,
things.
but everywhere.
Yeah, I remember there was one question I was telling Dash before we started recording was, like, never have I ever been on an airplane. I'm like, oh my god, the craziest thing anyone's ever done in their whole life. I'll put a finger down for that one. You know, never have ever been on a fucking airplane.
People
like, what
in
are
like
we
3rd
talking
grade
about?
or something, maybe.
Yeah. Dude, fucking most preschoolers have been on an airplane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Never have I ever grown up with an iPad as an iPad baby. Just kidding.
I'm thankful that I didn't.
Yeah, dude. Last thing before we get into the actual episode. Last night I was working. I work as a host in a restaurant downtown Chicago, and there was a family that came in. It was like 3 adults and 1 kid. Like a kid that was probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. And like the whole time they were eating, this kid had like a pink iPad and had headphones on and was just watching it. And they were there for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and there's live music at this place. Like, it's a vibe in there. I'm like, this kid is going to be watching Coco Melon the whole time. You know, let them experience something. Like, this is like, really?
Like, that's the thing, is kids need to learn to be bored. Like, that's gone.
Yeah, dude. Like,
they always have to be entertained the whole time. Otherwise, they get
like
complain and stuff. And it's like, we just didn't have the option to do everything. That's why.
Dude, yeah.
But like every kid wants to be doing something. But yeah, it's a big key of life, I think, is just learning to be bored and how to entertain yourself. That's how you get your imagination. And
dude, and I think that I agree with you. And I think that they're like on top of that, like the kids that have those iPads and stuff, like as soon as that thing's taken away, they're a fucking asshole and they do not know how to deal with anything.
They don't
I'm
know
not
how
a parent.
to
I'm not telling
social.
people how to parent, but it's like, yeah, it's true. Like they're never going to like, it's like instant gratification so that the parents, and I get it. Like I'm sure parenting is so hard and some kids that just works for them. But I think like, yeah, at a restaurant, like unless they're like, what?
If you can't handle your kid, don't parent.
Well, if you can't, like,
don't be
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's a good
like
point.
You should be
like,
prepared.
If you're not going to try to like give them creativity, like options. Like, dude, as a kid, obviously you get bored and stuff, but like it's a cool building in there. Like, if my kid was bored, I'd just take him on a walk around. There's all this artwork, and you could just go and like talk about it, or like there's music playing. Unless the kid was like, you know, had some sort of like thing where they just like can't handle loud noise or something. Fine, I get it. Maybe even just having headphones on or something, you know? It's just like giving them like a screen. It just seems kind of weird. Maybe it's just because we never had it and no one else has ever had that in like the history of the world until now. Yeah. It's just like a weird like thing that I keep noticing, and it weirds me out. I don't know. And I know other people feel that way too. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get into the episode with Never Have I Ever questions right after this short little cut. Here we go. All right, we are back, and we are ready with our questions. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. I haven't picked anything out yet. I gotta find a good one. Do you want to break it down by sections that we can take, or that way we don't know what the other person's gonna say, or what?
We could. I was thinking because there's 5 sections in this thing. There's 75 of these questions. The categories are dating, dirty, funny, crazy, and I wish you hadn't told me that. Let's see. Should we do one from each section and then we'll move on to the next section?
Yeah, that works.
And then we'll just keep repeating that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I gotta find one though. This is not very interesting right away.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do like the first one, honestly.
Yeah, but I've never done that. I don't know.
Neither have I.
Let's just say it. Yeah, just say it.
Okay, yeah. So, never have I ever gone on a date with no intention of paying for anything. I feel like that's, as a dude,
that would be difficult.
If you go into a situation where you're going on a date with a girl, I shouldn't say just with anybody, but like at least like for a heterosexual man, for the most part, if it's a first date, like if you're not going to pay for it, you're kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Unless they're like really not, like,
and it's
unless they're just terrible or mean or something.
I think it like kind of depends.
But you should go into it thinking.
Like I feel like if you're the one setting up the date and leading it, then you should be the one offering to pay because you're setting up and doing the first date. And different people see it differently. Like some people think the guy should pay every time, or whatnot. But
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
for the first date though,
I feel like if she's like, let's go to this
them,
really fancy restaurant that I've been wanting to go to, then I'd be like, all right, I want to split it. You know, like I don't want to.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But
100%.
if it's like,
I guess that's true. If it's like coffee or something.
But if I invite you out to a nice place, I'm not gonna expect you to pay. That would be rude, I think.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I think like, I've never gone into a date thinking like, the other person's gonna pay for me.
No.
You know.
Yeah. Never.
Like I've always been like, okay, like. At the very least, I'll pay for myself. Like, I'm not going to let them pay for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if they offer to pay for half of it or something, I'm going to argue with them. But if they're really persistent, I'll let them pay for some of it. But I would not let that, like, I'm not going to go into a date thinking I'm not going to pay for something that's, I
kind of say that
I
say that I wouldn't, that I'd pay, or that I wouldn't pay. Sometimes that I'd want her to take me out and pay and stuff, but even then, I honestly I can't.
But like first date though, I guess it's on a date, but I guess if it's on a date, like if I'm dating somebody, like with Amber, she's paid for stuff before.
Yeah, but even then, it's like I don't go in with the intention of not paying for something, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I'm always I'm gonna
every time I go in, at the very least, you know.
At least I'm paying for my part of it. Like that's always what I'm thinking. Like I'm gonna at least pay for my half or whatever it is.
Trying to spoil my girl, you know.
Dude, like if I had money, wouldn't be a fucking problem. But sometimes I can't afford a $75 meal myself. So
yeah, you know, and like that's why I'm like, it's totally dependent on like. I feel like if you have the right girl, she's gonna understand that and be like, "Hey, let's go to McDonald's for this date. Like, let's go pick something up and then we'll go have dinner." Like, there's cheap date ideas that you can do too. So it's like
100%
that you can do that.
We don't get dinner too often. I mean, like at least since we've been Amber and I, since we've been in Chicago, haven't gotten dinner too much. I would love to go get dinner.
The big issue,
especially more than we do.
With Lila,
but it's hard because we just can't afford to go out to like a nicer place. I mean, we probably could a little bit more now, but we do like other fun stuff where we, don't have to spend as much money. But we run out of ideas pretty quickly. After not spending money, we're like, okay, well, we've kind of done everything we can for free. Like, we kind of have to start spending money if we want to do something at this point.
Yeah.
So it depends.
Yeah. For sure. Oh fuck! I was gonna say something.
Question?
I was gonna say something to add on to that, but I forgot.
You were saying something about you and Lila do something about dates being free.
Oh yeah,
the
expensive thing is more like getting DoorDash or like food sent here because a lot of time we'll just hang out here,
Oh yeah.
Because we're
same.
good with just like watching shows, or now we're both really into
Right.
Hogwarts, and so we play.
Nice, dude.
We're playing that side by side. It's like not together because it's a single player
Nice.
game, but it's fun to like just be with each other and doing that.
Yeah, that's sick.
Or
Yeah.
like Lego sets and things like that, where you spend a little bit of money, but you
Oh,
can still do
that
that.
sounds fun.
That way you're doing something on
100%.
the date. It's There's other things to do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think like Amber and I definitely watch a lot of. We're watching New Girl. We're watching. We've paused New Girl at the moment because it's
sure.
spooky season. It's October 1st.
That
spooky
is,
season in the
yeah.
works.
Crazy.
But we're
October
watching
1st of what is it? 20 or is it 20 like
2026? Yeah.
2026 probably? No, it's
No, let's see.
what is
2029.
Yeah.
6 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
But
20.
we have to go back in time to upload this.
Yeah,
But like
exactly.
in 2026, there's a time machine, so we're able to upload that.
You mean
episode.
2029?
Yeah. Sorry.
It came out in 2026, but it didn't. It's been refined, so it's a better one now.
Yeah.
It's like the iPhone.
It's hard to remember
13.
all the dates. I know.
For those of you
Yeah.
for this timeline or time
But
period.
we were watching the Haunting of Bly Manor at this point, which I watched The Haunting of Hill House. It's on Netflix.
Scary.
I watched that last year with Derek and Connor, my roommates from college, and I've watched Bly Manor like casually with Connor. He had it on. I would just kind of sit there and be on my phone because I was scared. It's definitely not as good. It's definitely not as good as a show as Hill House, but it's still intriguing enough. And a lot of times, Amber and I just like to I wouldn't say hate watch, but we like to be
I love
that
to-
was a dumb line in that show.
I
Like,
love
what
to
the
shit
fuck was
on
that?
stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Lila and I started
like, interesting.
Shake
It's
It Up
freaky, but,
last
yeah.
night. You know that Disney movie?
Oh my!
Like the one about
God.
rapping in church, and like his dad runs a church and he does the rap in the church or whatever, and
What?
it's weird. It's
Shake
not,
It
and it's
Up?
like all old ass. Oh, you gotta watch that, dude. It's so funny.
Shake It Up. Let me look that up. I thought that was a show. Wasn't it Shake It Off? Was that a show or that's a Taylor Swift song?
Jack it off. I don't know.
Shake It Up. Shake It Up, dude. Bella Thorne. Okay, yeah. This is a show. Shake It Up
What?
with Bella Thorne and Zendaya. Yeah, that's what you're thinking of, or you're thinking of a movie.
I'm thinking of a movie.
You sure it's Shake It Up? Because I thought
It
Shake
might
It
not
Up.
be Shake
That's
It
what I
Up.
thought it
It's
was.
it might
you
just
were
be
confusing me.
Shake It or something. It's Shake something.
Oh my god. That was the first time
No.
anyone saw Bella Thorne and Zendaya, at least that I know. You know, I don't know.
I have no.
That's crazy though. Ty Blue is one of the names, bruh. All right, what's your question on dating? And never have I ever questions.
Let me where the fuck did it went? All right, we're doing dating too.
Yeah, the first one, first section.
Should I just do I just pick any, or should I just go in order?
Just pick any. Yeah, just pick any.
All right, let's see.
Some of these are like, dude. A lot of these are like mean.
Yeah,
Like, mean
I know. I like
things.
don't want to like talk about those. This sounds so mean.
Yeah, I feel like on this one we have to tread lightly in case our girlfriends are watching. Not that we would say anything bad, but just like
No, yeah.
to not get in trouble. Oh my god.
I don't like
This one's
any
so
of
bad.
these.
There was, okay, let me see. There was one I just saw. Number 7.
Oh, talked about my ex on a first date. I have done that.
Mm-hmm. So have I. That's why I said we should talk about it.
But yeah, I mean, like I feel like that's okay. Like as long as it's how you talk about them. I feel like it's like
Yeah.
I want to know
I guess-
how recently you've been out of a relationship. Like, have you just broken up with
Yes,
somebody? Is this
that's what I mean.
serious? Is it
Mhm.
not? Things like that. Like I want to know
Yeah.
that. I want to know your history. What's your like? Where are you at? Like. Are you still recovering from a previous relationship? Are you
Yeah.
even is this your first time coming back, like considering dating again? Have you been dating for a long
Mhm.
time? Are you dating a bunch of other people right now? Like, I have no idea. Like, not actively
Yeah,
dating,
I
but
guess
like, are you
it's-
like going on
yeah.
dates, you know?
And yeah, I guess not necessarily talking about like an ex, but talking about like what are you looking for before, you know, just like right on the table. Like I don't know if that's not necessarily like an unhealthy thing, I think, to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking only about it or
If you're
way
like,
too much about
my
it,
ex used to do this.
red flag.
I found it. Shake It Up. is what it's called.
Shake It Up.
Yeah, or
Oh, interesting.
maybe it's not. No, that's the same thing. That's the show. What the hell?
I think you dreamt that.
Dude, what was I smoking, man? I have no idea.
But I think I remember talking about my ex on a date when I was like 18.
Yeah.
Like straight up. I might have been 19. No, I was 18. Fucking stupid though. I would never do that now. That's such a weird thing. I mean, like you said, like talking about
like you want to touch on it
know.
a little bit, but you don't want to dive into it or anything like that.
Yeah. What do you have?
I mean, my first date was like 8 hours long, so it was a little different. I feel like.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that we just kind of kept talking.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God, she's fucking with something. Sorry. These things come out of my chair. I'll show the camera. These little like fucking things that come out of the chair. It goes over like the screw holes and they come out sometimes.
Oh, like
And
the
the
cat,
room's
like a
just-
cap or a cover or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a little cap thing
Yeah.
for it. And she was fucking with it. I don't want her to eat it, so.
Yeah. That's not good.
But we can move on from the dating questions because
Yeah,
they're
these
all
ones
kind of weird.
are mean and sad.
And they're just like, I don't really feel the need to talk about any of these. So now we're on to dirty
Ooh,
never have
yeah,
I ever
I'm gonna
questions.
do the number 2.
Yeah, you go.
Never have I ever sent a naughty photo to someone.
Yeah, sometimes I dress up in a Santa costume, in like a sexy bunny costume, and I send a picture.
Both at the same time. Sexy Santa bunny.
Yeah, and I buy like a really small one, so it's like, you know, it just covers the essentials.
No, I do like a super tight bunny costume and then a massive Santa costume. So that way it like pokes through and I'm just like constrained and can't move.
Usually I buy like a high school mascot costume, so you can't even tell anything, and then it's just and then you just
smells
don't
like
even know who's
sweat
under there.
and nasty. It's like a
Smells like
used
sweat,
one.
BO.
Like,
Yeah, like, gross. It's from like 1965.
oh fuck.
Dude, that's gross. I mean,
Here,
yeah,
how about this?
But also,
When's the last time you did it?
Okay. To be honest, I've only sent one photo in my whole life.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I sent you one this morning.
Only once. Yeah. Okay. Well, if we're counting you, then yeah, we sent. I mean, usually we check in with each other every week. You know, we have a ruler next
I mean,
to
like
it,
I'm
and we
like,
gotta make sure.
is this a bump? Like, what is?
Yeah. Normally, like, it's scary because every time Dash sends me a Snapchat, I have to like, kind of like hide it just in
yeah.
case it's a dick pic.
Same.
And it takes up the entire screen.
Oh,
so,
I
like, it's
always
like, you
put
know,
mine on AirPlay onto a screen projector at the movie theaters.
Yeah, Dash is the kind of guy that sends that he airdrops it to everybody on a plane that has their airdrops open to everybody.
Do you hear about the guy that did that?
No.
Yeah, somebody
What?
did that. He like airdropped a picture, like an old man
On purpose?
like a
Oh,
60
yes,
or
I
70
did hear
guy,
about this.
Like,
Yeah.
fucking just send it. And he's like, it was a joke, and it's like that's not funny.
That's not a joke. So sexual harassment is a joke.
Yeah.
I've sent like funny memes on a plane. Like I've done that multiple times. Where like anybody that has their airdrop open to everybody, like I'm just sending them like the weirdest memes ever. And a lot of people accept it, and it's like sometimes it's just like the stupidest shit, but it's hilarious because like it's one of those situations where like, you know, when you just like can't, like you're not allowed to be like really loud or you can't laugh a lot, like
Yeah.
you're trying to be quiet, everything's like way funnier. A plane is something like that because you're trying not to be like obvious that you're the
Yeah.
one sending everything, but you're like, you know, it's just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
As
But
long
it's
as
never.
it's not anything like
I was gonna say it's
terrible.
never my penis, but
Yeah, I was gonna say it's never that. But well, I'll reverse it to you. So when's the last time you did it?
I don't even know, honestly. I think I did it. I didn't do very much of it because
He's insecure about it.
yeah, it's just so huge.
Yeah, because it's just so big. Like I said, it takes up the whole screen.
Yeah, for real, dude. Like I can't get my arm
You
back
gotta
far
get-
enough to like get the whole
I was
thing
gonna say, he couldn't even have done it until they invented the 0.5 zoom on camera.
Exactly.
because
I need
it
a
just
0.5
wouldn't-
zoom
yeah.
and a tripod to set up.
Yeah, usually he had to duct tape his phone to the ceiling, and then it would still just barely be in it. You know.
God. But yeah,
had, like, a remote
I think I
shutter
did
and he
it
was just
like
clicking
a
the
couple
button.
times in high school, and I was like, I can't imagine this is appealing. You know, like
It's not.
It doesn't.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, guys want
Unless they ask,
like
but I mean,
like
you know.
to see a woman because I don't know.
Dude, it's crazy though because almost every woman I've that I know, and not that like I talk to every woman I know, I guess about this, but like in college, like when I was younger, like whatever, but no, like when I was like 18, like we would have these conversations, like but like when I was like my freshman year, we'd have these conversations with like some of the friends and whatever, and every person, like a lot of people that I've talked to, like how many women have just gotten unsolicited dick pics from people when they just did not ask for it. Like, what the fuck is up with that, dude? That's crazy.
That's
like
people
do that.
Well, that's the thing. Is like
what are you
it's
doing?
a numbers game for a lot of guys. So it's like I can do this a ton, and then like maybe I'll get one girl that's into it. If not, fuck it. It's a waste of my time anyway. You know, like it's stupid. But that's like the thought process behind it. But yeah, it's dumb. It shouldn't be.
That's insane though. Like I can't even imagine like opening a Snapchat from somebody and seeing like that, you know?
Yeah.
I think most people, like most at least most women, most girls that I would know would open that and fucking laugh, you know? It wouldn't be like I mean, they'd probably be like, oh my God, ew, but it would be like that's fucking hilarious. So you'd think I'd be into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but like, that's just like that. The fact that it's like almost like normal to some women is like fucking ridiculous. We're a feminist podcast, dude. We talk about the hard-hitting issues. This is episode 2 of the feminist podcast. Yeah.
This all-male podcast.
Yeah, all-male podcast. I did look at the statistics, and we do have more men that listen than women. Yeah. But I know
we got at least 2.
We got the dudes. Yeah. But
I'm sleeping with half the women on this that listen to this podcast.
True. Yeah, true, dude. Yeah, true. That's 50%, dude. Yeah. Dash sleeps with his fans, half the fans.
Half the men.
Yeah, it's only the men though. Ooh.
You're gonna do 13?
Wait. Oh. I was gonna do 14. We'll come back to 13. Well, okay, number 14.
Let's just say 13 because it's not gonna be like I don't think it was.
Well, let's come back to it. Let's come back
sure,
to it.
Yeah.
We might not have time to come back to it. Okay, I'll say 13, but my actual one's 14. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Number 13 is never have I ever tried anal. So I never let her put anything in me. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not kidding, but.
Wait,
I think every dude that I've never met. Okay, actually, that's a lie. I'm not gonna out this person, but I do know one person that's done it. He's never told me, but I know that he does. But like I've never met anybody else that's done that. Everyone's just kind of like
it doesn't seem appealing to me.
Don't want to do. Yeah,
really. Like,
doesn't really seem appealing to me. Doesn't seem.
I'm
hot.
like the other one's pretty good. the other hole.
Yeah. The other hole, dude. Ew.
I'm like, I like this one a lot, you know. What am I?
Yeah, works for me. You know, don't need to go anything crazy. Don't want anything else. That we'll leave it there. You know, don't need to. That's about as far as that goes with me. Never really thought about it too hard. You know, doesn't really appeal to me. Kind of grosses me out, low key. People that do it, good for you, dude. Glad it works for you. Not for me. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. I can't handle.
But my
too
actual
much.
question is, never have I ever sucked somebody's toes.
Have you?
Have you done that?
I have not.
Neither have I.
Damn.
Again, something that doesn't really. I'm not a foot guy. You know.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm not
like
into
feet.
It.
Okay, feet don't gross me out. Not really.
I will say,
okay,
like,
actually,
I'll give
let
you
me rephrase that.
I'll give you like a foot massage and stuff like that. Like that's chill.
Yeah.
Like that's whatever. Like,
I'm not gonna give you a foot massage either.
Wow. All right.
Have you seen that video?
No.
These guys are like, I don't want to give you a foot massage.
Oh yeah.
The guy in the corner, I don't want to give you a foot massage either.
He's like, I'm not.
Just not talking to him.
He's just like looking at him like weird.
Yeah.
With the side eye.
But no, I mean like, there are people that have gross feet. Never really met anybody with nasty feet. At least people that I've dated or anything. But like, I'm not grossed out by feet. Not really. Like, it doesn't really bother me. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, but I would never suck on someone's toes. That's so weird. Like, feet don't gross me out, but they're not clean. You know, they're in
That's
socks.
What I was gonna say.
They're
I was like,
sweating all
if we were
day.
at
They're
like,
on the floor.
I'm like, what if you were at a sauna and you're just like the freshest, cleanest feet? Like you walk up that thing, like you know the sensory exhibit. Have you seen that? I think it's in Japan.
No.
You walk up
It's
this. Man, I think it's. I don't know. Anyway, you walk up this waterfall that has like these like steps, and it like basically cleans everyone's feet. It's a descending waterfall that you have to walk up, so that way everybody's feet are clean, and that way you can go throughout the exhibit because it's all about sensory feeling with your. There's a lot of water things that you walk through and stuff, projections, illustrations, lights, all of these really cool things. It's awesome. But I'm like, what if you went through that, like? But like, imagine you went.
That's the other thing too.
Like, I mean, like again, I wouldn't seek out trying to do it, but I would like if somebody, if my girl was like, "Hey, you want to try this?" And it was like in that kind of situation, I'd be like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Like, it's just another.
You gotta go to Japan first, and you gotta get your feet fucking clean, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, I don't know. Like, it just. I don't know. It just doesn't really appeal to me. Like, not that Amber's feet are,
but yeah, like, I was gonna say that's
gross
the thing
by
too,
any means.
I'm not,
but like, it just.
I'm not gonna seek it. I'm like, if it would be if my partner was okay with it, I wouldn't really have much of an issue with it. But I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna seek that out.
He's not seeking it out. No, I think like, I don't know. Toes. Like you get feet cheese, you know.
Oh yeah. No, like if you've been walking around all day and you get home and you're like sweating in your shoes and stuff, and you take them off, and you're like, let's go.
Amber's gonna hate me.
I'm gonna be like, no.
Well, dude, I feel bad because Amber's always got blisters on her feet because I mean, she just bought some tennis shoes for work, but she's had to wear like nice like dress shoes, and she's walking all day on her feet all day, and she's got blisters and always bleeding.
Gross.
No offense, Amber. Your feet are not disgusting. I love you and I love your feet. They're very small, and dude. Here's another thing though too. I crack my girlfriend's toes. I'm really good at it now.
I'll do that. I'm not very good at it.
When she tries to crack my toes, I don't like it because I have really sensitive skin. It's hell. No, dude. My roommate Connor, you've met Connor, but he would just go up to her without even speaking to her and just go and start cracking her toes, and he would try to do it to me, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, leave me alone. For me, like, dude, my toes fucked up. They're going in all different directions, dude. I get it from my dad. They look weird. Her toes, beautiful. They're not gross. They're not whatever. We've talked way too much. We're talking a lot about feet for people that don't have foot fetish.
I know, for real.
I just want to like.
I'm thinking about that. Like, I was like, man, how much should I really like? What? I'm really talking a lot.
I don't think about this. I just, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to like make sure that when she watches this, she doesn't think I like hate her feet.
Yeah,
or anything like that. Because I don't by any means. I just like I haven't really thought about this. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, one of I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but because I don't. I'm not gonna say her name, so it'll be fine. But one of Lila's ex roommates was hooking up with a guy that had a foot fetish, and so like they would make fun of him, like they would not directly to him and stuff, but he wouldn't say a word. He would just go in and like it was strictly like hook up and that's it, pretty much.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But it was like
the kind of guys that do
all
that.
Right, bud.
Yeah, dude. They kind of. I mean, like. I feel like if you have a foot fetish, like that's something you keep in like a dark secret box in your chest, like you don't tell anybody. And then but like I feel like that's so.
And then you just whip
weirder.
it out, you know, like.
Yeah, you like whip out a belt, but it's like a small belt for your feet.
It's a belt with toes on it.
Yeah, he's got like car keys with like toes on it. They're like, why do you have toes? And he's like, I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
Good luck charm. Sucks one.
Yeah. Some people rub rabbit's feet. This guy just sucks on toes and his car keys.
It's like, you know how gross your keys get and shit.
He's got rabbit toes. Yeah, rabbit feet. Is that what it is? Is it rabbit foot?
Yeah, it's a rabbit.
Man keeps a rabbit foot, but he sucks on rabbit feet. Sucking on rabbit feet for good luck.
Coughs up a hairball.
He like sucks on. He's like, oh yeah.
Oh god.
All right, let's get to the next one. Funny never have I ever questions.
Yeah.
This is section 4 of. Or no, 3. This is the third one. I like number 2.
What?
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
Number 2 is never have I ever eaten dog or cat food. Like, what the fuck? Like, who's done that?
I'm a big fan.
Actually, whenever I feed Rue wet food, I typically open a can for myself. It's just a little treat. I don't tell anybody, you know.
Every
just
once
open
in a while.
it up, eat it with the can.
All right, how about
Smells
this?
really good.
Have you ever gone to PetSmart as a kid and see the thing that has like all the treats and everything that just look like cookies up there that are for dogs, but they don't say anything that they're for dogs? Oh, yeah. Speaking of,
I mean, you're
we
in
have a
PetSmart.
new. I want to mention we do have a new member in the house today. Cleo, Lila's cat, is here.
Nice.
Let me see if she'll make an appearance. Come here, babies.
Dude, the dog food, cat food.
Good. There she is.
Sometimes you ever just walk into PetSmart and you just like want to eat the hamsters? That's what I thought you were gonna say.
It's usually the fish for me, actually. She's gonna
just take it with your hands.
But,
just bare hands.
oh, she's looking at the camera for a second.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. Hi.
Cleo, that's a cute name.
She is very fluffy, very cute, very sweet. Adapted very quickly. Also to Doug. Loves Doug for some reason, which is crazy and awesome.
Is she staying there?
Like just probably the night. But.
Oh, nice.
But that's cool. Like she's hanging out. She's leaning on me.
So you've eaten dog food. I know you eat dog food. Sometimes you mix it in with your pills. I know that.
I like to mix it in with my fentanyl and then.
Don't do that, okay? Please.
Yes.
It's not
Leave
worth it.
your fentanyl alone. It's fine the way it is.
Mm-hmm. No, leave your dog food alone. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, please don't do fentanyl. It's
I'm
terrible.
looking for some Percocets or fentanyl, as I think they call it. Have you seen that video?
No.
It's like some junkie. And he's like, I think I'm looking for some... He's like, I'm looking for the Percocets.
Oh, maybe I have seen that.
And he's like, I believe the kids are calling it fentanyl or something like that.
That's funny.
But,
all right, what's a question you have for the funny ones?
let me pick one out.
Number 11.
I know, I saw that one. Never have ever mooned someone. I've mooned my girlfriend before. I think that's it.
Oh my god, dude. I do that like every time.
Yeah, every time you go to like, if you're taking a shower or something like that, you just drop the towel, like as you're walking away.
Yeah, it's always when you're walking away,
Yeah.
or like when they turn the corner and it's just there. I've never mooned a stranger.
Yeah, I feel
know
like that's
people- like
I
my
feel like
cousins
that's
when I
up
was
there
younger
with like flashing someone, you know, like what if
Yeah, it depends.
like what if
Yeah.
like what if you're hanging just wrong and your balls are out too?
Yeah, if you bend over, that's bad.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing a whole thing, you know, like
I think it's like I would do that. Like we would with my my roommates probably don't watch this, but if they do, they'll probably be mad at me for saying this. But I'm gonna say it anyways. We would like go to like my roommate's cabin or whatever. Connor does this all the time. Like he'll just be like, guys, check this out, and he'll dive underwater and his whole ass will be out. We're like, oh, fucking, like that's fucking hilarious. That's not necessarily mooning somebody, but like it is kind of like
No,
when I think of mooning, I think of like
is, yeah.
you're on a boat and you like pull your pants down as you're riding by on a boat or something, and you like moon some, or you put your ass up to like the glass as like the train goes by.
Yeah.
I've joked about that because Amber's place is right next to the train, and I always say, should I just moon them right now? She's like, yeah, do it. And I'm like, it would be hilarious because if you did that, like if you mooned somebody, the train goes so fast that by the time anyone would see it, they would and they'd pass it, they would question their sanity if that's actually what they saw. And to me, that is fucking hilarious. Like someone like imagine there's like a couple, and one guy happens to be looking towards the window, and he sees my fucking white ass as he goes by, and he goes, oh, I think I just saw something.
but you gotta like pull it
way
up
that would
real
be
quick
happening.
too, you know, like
Yeah, and they're like, and the person would be like, you didn't see that, and they would just like think about it the rest of their life, and that to me is fucking hilarious.
that's
But no, I don't typically do that especially to strangers, but
yeah.
I don't know. All right, should we move on to crazy? All right, sorry, we just had to cut every time my camera runs at more than 30 minutes. It just automatically cuts, so we just decided to cut
shame.
early. Okay.
It's all right because mine doesn't actually sync up, so y'all's can't see my lips right.
No, I do sync it up. I have to cut it, and then I just move. I unlink the audio from the video, and I move it.
So
it's still
I
a little
look
glitchy, but
normal.
You don't look normal. You're still pretty
Ish.
fucked up, but
Yeah,
I
look
can't
fucking
fix that, though.
weird, but that's
Yeah.
just regular life, you know. Yeah.
yeah. All right, crazy. Never have I ever questions. You go.
Never have I ever done more than 120 miles per hour on a motorway. On the motorway.
What is it? Oh,
14.
Is a motorway like a highway?
That's just a highway, yeah.
Dude,
That's just on the roads.
I think the fastest I've ever gone is like 95, and I did not realize I was going that fast.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if I should say.
Can most cars even
I don't
go
think I
120?
haven't gone that fast.
I don't think
You can barely peek it on like the level of car that we're driving.
Yeah, I guess we have like the same car. That's true. We both have. You have a CRV still,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Dude,
both on Honda CRVs.
Dude, Honda
doing
CRVs
120 miles
is
on
the
them.
fucking best car though. I love my CRV.
It is a good car.
I love it.
Mine has a bunch of dents in it now because we had a hailstorm. So
Damn.
it looks like a golf ball. But,
That's funny.
no, I won't use that as my regular one. I just thought that was insane.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm gonna do number one, but you can do a different one.
Never have I ever urinated in a swimming pool as an adult.
Fuck no, dude. I have a story to tell, but I want to hear what you say.
I was gonna say I'll typically
Typically, this is a yes or no
typically.
question.
go to the bathroom. I don't. I mean, that's the thing though, is I haven't been swimming in the last 5 years at least.
What?
Yeah, I have not gotten into a body of water. I mean, actually, no, that's not true. I went to San Marcos and
Yesterday.
swam with Doug a little bit. I didn't swim
In
yesterday,
5 years,
yeah.
it was yesterday.
But no, like before that, and even then, it's like it was like really shallow section that we were in, so like I didn't even swim. You know,
Yeah.
I like waded in the water.
There's no lakes in Austin.
I haven't been actually swimming in so long. Like since like in high school.
You gotta come out here, man. There's lots of lakes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got lots of rivers and shit here. I just don't do it.
Yeah. Well, because you don't pee in there, but you shit, right? You shit in the pools and the water.
Oh yeah, shit in the pool. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
Peeing is so gross, dude. But shitting, totally fine. Totally fine.
No, but the thing I used to do as a kid when I was at like fucking Schlitterbahn or something, and I was waiting an hour and a half in a line, and I had to fucking
especially in that one where it's
to
like
go-
knee deep water. When you're waiting, you know what I'm talking about?
well, that's
The
the thing is
medieval
like
one.
I wouldn't pee directly into the water, or directly there. I would like kind of get out, go off to a section where there's like nobody around, let it rip, then get back in.
What you would do is you in the middle of line, take your pants down all the way to your ankles and start peeing in the water.
Exactly.
And this
I'd
was like
piss on
this was
everyone
like
standing in
this
my way.
year. Like he did this summer, guys. Like this
Oh,
was
yeah.
bad.
Last night.
It was on the news. Yeah. No. So Amber was a swimmer, and she just finished. She swam in college too, but she swam like her whole life. And she would tell me that there was a lot of people on her team that when they were at practice and stuff or during meets, like they wouldn't get out of the water to pee, so they would just pee in the pool. Isn't that fucking
that's
disgusting?
gross.
One girl
Yeah.
said that she would pee during races
Look, okay,
because
that's
it
the
would
thing.
propel her in her race. And I was like,
And
that is
in
the
a way.
nastiest fucking shit. And Amber said like she's
That's
done
not
it. She's
true
only
at
done it a
all.
few times, and it's like and she's like, I only do it if I absolutely like. There's absolutely no
Yeah.
way I can get to the bathroom in time.
I was gonna say, like, when you're like out, like just outside the pool, standing on it, there's all those grates that's like
Yeah.
filtering all the shit through. That's what I'd stand on,
Oh,
take a
yeah.
piss, get it back in the pool,
Dude.
So it's like it's still gross and not
It is
good,
gross,
but
but-
I wasn't just directly
Dude, like
peeing
there's
in the pool
there's these
next
things
to people.
that like on like really like intense meets they have these things called like knee skin suits, and they're like it's like the tightest thing. Like she said it took her like over an hour to put one on.
Oh yeah,
And
Yeah, those would
and
suck.
she's like, once you put it on, you can't take it off for the whole day. So like you just kind of have to fucking pee in your suit. Like there's
Yeah,
no other
I get
option.
that.
So like she's like, that's like really the only time I've ever done that. But at practice, that's fucking disgusting. And they're like, because she's like, I have to get out to pee. They're like, just pee in the pool. I'm like, ugh, like fucking gross. Like why would anyone do that? It's so gross. Because you're like, your mouth is open, like you're in the water. Like I get it's chlorine, I get it's cleaner, but to me that's fucking
Yeah.
disgusting. But I was gonna do number one. Never have I ever skinny dipped. Still have never done this, and I don't know if I ever will, unless I'm like alone
Same.
in like a private pool.
Yeah, I would have to have like a private even. I was gonna say I would like if I had a private Airbnb or something like that
Yeah.
that was gated off maybe.
Yeah.
I have to like check for cameras and shit too.
True,
just to be
dude,
safe.
true. But no, I've never done that. I've never done that. That's something
yeah.
like I've just
These
been
are a lot
so
of pool questions.
yeah, that's true. I don't think. No, I've definitely never done that. But I just also like I feel like there is a weird like for a guy, it's a little more frowned upon than if a girl is gonna skinny dip. You know, especially in public.
Yeah.
Like for example, like I went to school in Milwaukee and there's Lake Michigan right there. So I know a lot of people that would go out there at night to the beach and do that. And there's nothing like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But like for me, I'm like, the water's freezing. I don't really want to, you know.
My dick gonna be
I was gonna
small.
say it's gonna, you know, but you know, it's not even just that. It's just like, I don't know. Like if you were caught,
I do think it would be
doing that-
very freeing to swim with nothing like holding you back. Like
Yeah, and you,
or, like,
you get out
like,
of the water,
no,
just
like,
leeches all over
restraint.
you. Yeah.
No. But just like, you know how baggy and shit, because you're just drenched. You're just been in water.
I
so
bet it
it's
would
like
feel really
having,
weird. Yeah.
You just walk out and just be like, shh, like fine, you know, like
Yeah. It would be
so
really
quick,
weird,
I
but I
feel
think
like.
yeah, like I don't think I would do it like even if it was like at night at a public place. I still don't think I would do it. I think it's just
Yeah.
I just get too nervous about shit.
Or like if
that,
I
getting
did,
caught.
I would leave it in a shore where I could do it and change without getting out and
Yeah.
doing it. You know,
Yeah.
like that would be the only.
Then
way.
I'd have my pet eel, and then I could put it around my
Yeah,
my
exactly.
thing, and then it would just look like
Wear
I
it
have an
as a
eel,
belt.
you know.
Have it bite its tail, wear it as a belt.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, and then we're on to the last section, which is I wish you hadn't told me that. I wish you hadn't told me that. Never have I ever questions. Dude, a lot of peeing ones. Oh, actually, I'm gonna say number 2. Never have I ever urinated in public. I have a funny story about this.
What does that even mean?
So, like, if you've ever had to like pee not in a bathroom,
I've like pissed in the forest, you know, like.
that's not public though. Like,
But like, I mean, like if it's like an active trail, that like
Yeah,
mountain biking,
it's a
you
little
know,
different though
like,
because you can find cover.
I step off it a little bit for sure, but yeah, it's not.
No,
like
like
I've never,
I'm talking like in like a
Pissed in
city
front
or
of people.
something. Yeah. So like I remember my freshman year in Milwaukee. It was Halloween. So it was like 4 years ago now. Damn. And we were pre-gaming at the dorms, and then we were gonna go out to this theater that wasn't super far, but we took the bus there because there was like this Halloween party that was going on there. We're like, fuck it, let's just go. Let's pre-game and go. And because we were like 18, we couldn't fucking drink there. And so
Yeah.
we're waiting in line, fucking waiting. And I'm like, I have to fucking pee. My bladder is so small. I have to pee so bad. We're waiting in line. Line's not fucking moving. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go pee behind this fucking dumpster back here because and that's the only time I've ever fucking peed in public like that because, and it wasn't like I went out of the
Yeah.
way, but like I was looking over my shoulder because there's drunk people around. Like I don't want anyone to come up and be like, what are you doing, man? I'm like, ah. But I think like right after because it was like in an alley or whatever behind this place, and I was scared of seeing like rats, crackheads, and just like a car could come down the alley, like anything could happen, and I was terrified. But
yeah.
that was that's the only time I've ever done that. But I've been really close, very close. But have you ever done that? Peed in public?
I don't think so.
I love how they call it
I
urine.
mean, like I feel like I might have been in a situation like that where I've like gone and had to like take a piss behind like a dumpster or something like that.
Yeah.
But nothing like that. And like that's the other thing too. Like I've gotten like I've thrown up in public. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like either anxiety or drinking or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's not fun. You just like run out and get to like somewhere as out of the way and
Right.
like try to be like the least amount of inconvenience for people. It's
yeah,
like
that sucks.
sucks.
All right, we have time for one more question. My camera might die, but we're already approaching the time limit anyways. But let's do one more. We have way more of these
Alright.
questions, so we could easily do another one.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Number 15 is just disgusting. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. That one's tasted earwax.
Never have I ever tasted
Why?
earwax.
No.
Who the fuck has done that, dude?
Let me see.
Sick burp and swallowed it. What does that even mean?
Never have I ever eaten something which was on the floor for over 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've like let something go? I can't
Usually
even
when
think,
something
like,
falls on
what
the
would I have
ground,
done.
usually I don't eat anything unless it's fallen on the ground, you know?
Yeah, true.
Dude, I mean, as quickly as possible, like a normal person, I would try to get it off the ground, but
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what it is.
I think it exactly depends on like the
If it's a fucking
kind of food,
carrot,
the class of food.
You can eat it, whenever, but if it's like cake,
Yeah, and that's
You
the thing.
can't eat
Like, if I
that.
can just run it under some water real
Yeah.
quick and then be fine. If
it's something
spilled like fucking my mac and cheese,
yeah,
I'm not gonna.
if it's like if it's like something that can like absorb like lint and hair and shit really quickly, then it's usually like I'm
if
not
it's
gonna eat
liquidy
that.
like at all.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah, usually if it's liquidy, I just lap it off the ground like a dog or a cat. Just yeah, I go from the side. Oh. Yeah, and usually, and I typically like only drink. I mean, I drink water out of a water bottle, but when I'm not on camera, I usually drink it out of Rue's bowl normally. So
Yeah,
my cat's bowl. But yeah, so we're gonna have to end this episode a little bit shorter because my camera's blinking red and it might die before I'm done with this outro. But there's honking. But we could easily do another part 2 of these. Some of these were fucking weird, but some of these are kind of funny, thought provoking at least. So if you guys did enjoy and you want to see part 2, let us know. And we'll be back next Wednesday for another episode. Watch the other episodes if you haven't already. By episode 10, I want to have an intro. That's something I wanted to talk to you about. But
that would be solid.
That'd be solid.
Yes.
I want to produce something for it.
Wait,
So
let me get Cleo in for the outro.
Come here. Cleo for the outro. My cat disappeared. I don't know where she went. She likes to take naps in my closet. I don't know. She's a fucking weirdo. I don't know where she went. Ruby.
Also, I forgot to mention she sits on your shoulders, so she's on my back right now.
That's fucking sick. That's fucking
so
awesome.
we're staying in here. Solid. Oh, she's getting off.
She's getting off.
Wait. And she jumped off my butt. There we go.
Nice, dude. All right. We will see you guys next week. Tune in and catch up on the other episodes if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.